Okay guys, back to another video. So today I'm going to do a story time. Really stupid short story time, but let's get to it. Okay, so let's get to it. So basically, I like to cook, I like to bake. So my little sister was the one helping me cook. And I was baking a cake, so it was like, so I told her to go get the flour like off the kitchen so we can cook or whatever. So she, I say, okay, go get the flour. So she goes to get the flour. So she goes outside and she grabs a rose. And I say, okay, thank you for the rose, but go get the flour. She says, oh, that is the flour. And I'm like, picture this. She's only 3 years old, so she don't know what flour is. So she gave me like a legit rose, and she was just like, here's your flour. And I was like, that's not flour. Okay, now we're gonna do another story time because that really short story. Let's get to the point. Okay, so this next story time was from when I was in prom. So I went to prom with this guy named Terrence. So yes, Terrence, I'm gonna point you out, dude. I'm gonna point you out. I don't care. So this guy, his name was Terrence. Not gonna say his last name because he's not gonna get clout from this. So Terrence, so me and him, we went to prom together. We were dating for a good 6 months or so. I genuinely loved this guy. I don't know if he'll let me back. I don't know how he felt, but it's whatever. So we go to prom. I'm in this cute little dress, and like I was feeling myself or whatever. So we get to prom, and I'm texting this girl that I'm dating, cause whatever. I wasn't cheating. We were just talking or whatever. Like I wasn't really dating her. We were just like really good friends, and she wanted to be more than that, but I wasn't gonna give it more than that because I didn't even know the bitch. Like if I don't know her in person, then we're not gonna date. That's not how it's gonna work. So I'm texting her, and then she, or should I say her brother, so I get a text from her, and she says, well, she played as if it was her brother, but it was really her. So her brother, says, oh, she's in the hospital. She just had a heart attack because, mind this, the girl got me believing the whole time that she had heart murmurs and that she was dying and she only had a couple years left to live and she wanted to meet me before she died. And I was like, cool, whatever, I'm just go along with it. So her brother, let's just call him Blue. So Blue says, he was like, yeah, she's in the hospital, and you caused her heart attack. You kept playing with her. I was like, how was I playing with her, whatever. And then mind this, so this girl named Caitlin was catfishing me the whole time. Caitlin was my friend. I knew she was catfishing me, but I was just playing along, and I would always hint towards her. I'd be like, hey, Caitlin, like, I know it's you. Like, stop playing with me. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, I might be blonde, but I'm not stupid. So she just acted like it was just such a big deal, and she acted like it wasn't her. So I was texting the girl off of Caitlin's phone because my phone had broken at the time. So I was texting her off of Caitlin's phone, and Blue was like, okay, I gotta call you. So Caitlin grabs his phone and calls someone. And I'm like, do you think I'm stupid? Like, I know what's going on here. Like, I'm not dumb. So Blue calls me, and he's like, but it was a guy. I feel like Caitlyn just called her brother, was just like, act like Blue or whatever, like, act like him. So she called me, and he was like, yeah, she's having a hospital, she's in a heart attack, like, do you want to talk to her? And I was like, he just said that she was like dying and sick, and she was like throwing up, and she was, but I know the symptoms of a heart attack. I don't think you throw up. I'm not sure. Like, so I just googled it. You don't throw up during a heart attack. That just doesn't happen. So he's like, yeah, she's sick and she's in a coma or whatever. How am I gonna talk to her if she's in a coma? Like, what kind of sense does that make? Are you stupid or dumb? That makes no sense. And he's like, okay, well, you can't talk to her. Obviously, you dummy, she's in a coma. But this girl doesn't even exist. This is Caitlyn just catfishing me the whole time. And she's just telling me, like, oh, it's whatever. Because every time I would get on her phone to text this girl, she would always, oh, let me see the phone real quick. And as soon as she gets the phone back, I'd have a text. So I get on the phone and I'm texting her, Caitlin. This girl really thought that she could play with my heart, play with my emotions. And then, speaking of this girl texted me a couple days ago, and she's like, "Hey, kid, like, girl, don't get started with that. Like, I'm not, no, don't get started with that. Like, that's not gonna happen. You're not gonna play with my emotions, act like you're my best friend, and then go and catfish me. Like, I understand you want someone to treat me right, but she really doesn't. Like, if you cared about me, you aren't just gonna sit there and catfish me. Like, who does that? It makes no sense. Like, so that happened." And so basically, I told Terrence, and then Terrence's friend just kisses me. And I was like, "Why are you kissing me?" I mean, I kissed him back because he was cute or whatever, but like, I was at Terrence and I was like, "Why are you kissing me? Like, what's the point of that? Like, I don't understand the point. Like, I'm sad or whatever that I'm getting catfished." But I didn't even, like, I was getting catfished, but I would have knew because I was just playing along as if it was, oh, like, I'm just playing along with it because they want to act like a dumb, I can act dumb too. Like, if y'all want to act dumb and stupid, I can act dumb and stupid too. But at the end of the day, like, I know what I was doing and what they were not doing. So I was like, whatever, do what you gotta do, sis, it's whatever. And basically, I just played along with it. And so Caitlin, the girl, two girls, one, personality disorders, I don't know what she got, but she's stupid. So I was just dealing with it, whatever. And then Terrence tells me, he's like, "So who's the girl you're talking to?" Caitlin said you're talking to another girl. Caitlin just wanted to get fought. So I ended up going to Caitlin. I was like, "Caitlin, like, so you're just gonna sit there and catfish me?" She's like, "I'm not catfishing you." And I had these, like, really cute heels on. Okay, I'll show y'all. So these were the heels that I had on, right? Super cute, not too tall, but they were comfy. So I just take them, I unzip them, and I just throw them. And I'm like, "So what you trying to do? Like, you really think this is a joke?" So I end up fighting Caitlin. I felt really bad. I ended up, like, ripping her dress. It was a really expensive dress. It was like one of those Kinsey dresses because this girl was Mexican, Hispanic, or whatever. So I ended up ripping her dress. I ended up fighting her. And then I just smashed her phone. I ended up moving from that school after fighting her because I was like, I'm not going to go back to that school and deal with that little girl. Like, it's not going to happen. So I just moved schools, and Caitlin just keeps texting me. She's like a stalker. Like, I don't like this girl. Why does she keep texting me? It's weird. I don't like her. It's whatever. So I'm just dealing with that at the moment. So that is 2 story times in one video. The first one was kind of stupid, whatever, a little bit, whatever. Second one is good, but I just don't understand why this girl thought that she could catfish me. Like, have your brother catfish me. Like, don't catfish me. Like, if it's you, I'm gonna figure out it's you. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, honey, I make A's and B's, and I'm very street smart. Like, I was in the life. Like, they don't understand. I'm not the one to mess with because I understand. I'm very smart. I'm very mature. They just didn't care. And I was like, "Girl, you gonna get caught up. Like, you don't understand what it is." So that happened. So that's the end of this video. So bye.